Hey guys, happy weekend. I hope you had a beautiful day. It's always a relief when one skates through all the hustling and the bustling of the week. Now let's just go straightly into the headlines today. Interestingly, a lot has happened over the week. Let's see how much we can digest all of the eventualities that has unfolded within the week. Okay, now you have 10 days to account for missing 200 trillion. Senate threatens NNPC boss. You have 10 days to account for missing 200 trillion. 200 trillion. So, Wike intensify mindless looting of Abuja lands. Allocate 2,082 hectares worth $3.6 billion to his son. Wike intensify mindless looting of Abuja lands. Allocate 2,082 hectares worth $3.6 billion to his son. Peter Obi's youngest brother's property demolished in Ikeja, Lagos. Over the week, this was trending. We'll talk about the issue. Let's see how much we can be able to evaluate this weekend. Yahaya Bello, ex-governor of Kogi State, received a lifetime achievement award from NUJ, from National Union of Journalists, awarded the ex-governor, the former governor of Kogi State, Yahaya Bello, who is being wanted by the EFCC, who have a case to answer by the EFCC, receiving a lifetime achievement award from NUJ. Okay, I brought evil Tinubu to power. I should remove him now, says Rufai. Rufai said he was the one who brought Tinubu to power, and it is time for him to remove him also. Bandits attacked Zamfara community, key Nigerian Army lieutenant, and 15 villagers. Also, 20 soldiers killed in a deadly bandit attack on military camp in Niger State. VDM joins Abuja teachers in their protest over no compliance of the Ministry of Education to implement minimum wage. The minimum wage was approved by the federal government last year, I think June, July. So we will talk about these issues and see how much time that will permit us to digest all of this information. Now, Ajayi, the gospel musician that killed his girlfriend Salome, was sentenced to death by hanging over the week. So we'll talk about the issue. I did an episode on this the issue on Ajayi and Salome, and I will put the link below so that you can watch and see my take on this issue. But we'll just talk about it also. Prophet Jeremiah unveiled his new collectibles, balloons that can take away problems. This man, see, sometimes I have tried as much as possible not to talk about men of God, but I have also asked myself these questions. I am not a politician. If I can draw out opinion or talk about politicians and try to condemn when they do something wrong, I don't think there's any reason whatsoever that would also maybe deprive me or not to talk about men of God or people who pose as men of God, because everybody in a leader, congregations now they're in charge of. So we need to at least once in a while talk about people when they say me I identify as a Christian. So that is the reason why we'll talk about this man, Prophet Jeremiah. Also, let's see fuel price. How is fuel price in your area? We see that there was an increase in fuel pump price. The reason why this fuel pump price was increased is because of the war that happened between Israel and Iran that lasted for 12 days. So we'll talk about all this issue. Welcome to the Testament Podcast.
Instead it be sleep, let it be hate, let it degrade, let it be deep. Some others should weep, some others should keep the memory of the way that I died. Maybe. Okay,
now let's begin like this. Please, first of all, I want to appreciate everyone who have subscribed and who sharing and one way or the other supported the community. I'm very grateful, and we are grateful. From the Testament Podcast community, we are grateful, and we also need you to do more by sharing, do more by subscribing. Subscribe, follow us, hit the notification buttons, and just do everything to support this community. Okay, let's just dive into the issues that I want to talk about this weekend. Firstly, The Ajayi situation, that gospel musician who some months ago, I think earlier this year, I can't really pick points when I talked about it. But I will drop this description below on to show so that I can watch my illustration on how I see or picture the events that happened. But we know that this thing was a mass slaughter. This guy not just only killed his girlfriend, but pieces her into several pieces. And the first time when they interviewed him, when they caught him, he said he has no regret for his actions. And we thank God that today justice has been served. I believe he learns from it. I believe whatever place he goes, I believe say he don't repent, because there's always grace available for him to change. There's always grace available for him to because even that man that stand by the side of Jesus Christ asks for God's mercy, asks for Jesus' mercy, and Jesus said, today you'll be my paradise. So him also, if this man realized that whatever thing he did or the action he took contradict the basis on which humanity is formed, then he go no say he need to ask for forgiveness. And I believe everybody go learn from this, because the truth is, in as much as he spoke outrightly that he accepts the responsibility and he not blame, he not say any, he not get any remorse. We also know say later he denied that he ever carried it out, but it was already too late, because everything don't point already to him. You don't talk, your evidence for everywhere. I believe we learn from it, because sometimes that is why they say marriage is, or relation, let me just say marriage is an institution that you cannot graduate from, because I never see anybody when they come out with a manuscript on how you fit to structure out your relationship when you are in a relationship, or even when you are in a union, in a marriage union. There's no manuscript, because the way if he lay out for somebody totally different from the way we lay out with you. But the thing I think that guides one to having a beautiful relationship is, number one, you have to try as much as possible to set boundaries for yourself. One of the boundaries, no matter how angry you are, don't be tempted to hit. Just try not to be tempted to do that. No matter how angry you are, you can leave the environment, you can leave that place, you can move out. Do not begin, because when you go try them, you must always get urged to do more. And once you grow in such, you discover, say, before you know it, you don't get weak when we say, we know the year say one guy don't kill his girlfriend or kill his wife. And all of them start from anger. You know, if you put your anger into check. I just pray that we learn from it, and that we begin to structure our lives from these incidences that happened in the society, because that is the most important thing. Now, how is fuel price in your side now? How fuel be for your side? Because we see how our marketer hurriedly increased the fuel pump price. We see how they hurriedly increased it, although they had a backing, which was the oil price was increased. It was the benchmark for the oil price was $70 per barrel. Then, as the strike began by the Israel, it moved to $81 per barrel. And although other countries did not increase their domestic sales, you know, any country will increase their domestic sales because of the war in between Israel and Iran. But it happened in Nigeria. But now, the ceasefire don't make the oil price to drop to $67 per barrel. I hope and I pray that the marketer right now begin to implement this depreciation when happen for the oil price and make it the effect on the pump price. Now the pump price for some area is 940 something, some is even close to 1,000. Now it should drop it with like 120 naira. That's how much it should drop, because the oil price don't drop. So the pump price, the pump price supposed to drop too. Supposed to drop. It's just a shame that every now and then they use these small elements till they increase, because anything when go up for Nigeria, they hardly come down. That is just the problem in Nigeria. Anything that goes up is always difficult to come down. Okay, let's talk about Peter Obi youngest brother property demolished in Ikeja, Lagos. I saw a tweet, and it's already out there, it's trending everywhere, that Peter Obi youngest brother house or property in Lagos was demolished. And also the Lagos State distance herself from the incident and say they had no hand in it, say Peter Obi doesn't want to cash cruise or make people to sympathize with her. But that's good. It is good also that the Lagos State distance themselves so that the person go really know what to do. But there are some things I want to point out too. I'm not a lawyer, so I'm just going to state things based on how I'm able to assimilate them. But the first thing first is what the information out there released by Peter Obi was that a brother called him and that they want to demolish his house and he had to leave everything he was doing at that time in Port Harcourt and take a flight down to Lagos to see what he could do. And when he got to the site, he met with some persons and tried to ask, why are you doing this? What is the back and what is the authority? Who is behind this? And nobody could provide the right information. He made calls and later they told him that there's a court order that gave them the backing to demolish the property. And do you know the very funny thing about the situation is I don't see some of the facts when they are the information when they are there. And I could tell that this incident is politically motivated. It's motivated to and the funny thing is these are the things that are going to be happening from now to 2027, that any opposition that they see as threat that will challenge them, they will start to destroy, they break them right now. They know say they feel no get hold to that person, but anyone around them, anyone associated with them, those when they feel use money buy out, they go use money to buy out. If you just see what the apple for Peter Obi situation, those when they feel use money buy out, they buy out, they go to the other party. Those when no feel want compromise with money, they go start to use other strategy, propaganda, start to use different ways to get them to break Peter Obi, because this thing looks very politically motivated. Now I'm going to say why I feel it is politically motivated. And if you see the court order that gave them the power, the right, which is a warrant of possession, that gave the person or the individual all the warrant of possession favors, the right, the power, the authority to carry out such act. If you see them, enough will get defendant. The claimant name is there, the defendant name is not there. And it just happened like some days ago. It happened like barely a week before they demolished the house. June 19th, I'll be June 20. Now be the court order. Then in the space of 5-6 days, you don't carry the act. If not individual, you get the money because if not individual carry this out, let's take for instance that, and first of all, let me say this. Let's take for instance that there are two individuals. You get the right to go do this. Before you go on process this, you spend a lot of money to get a bulldozer when go agree to go do that level, to get security personnel when go they there to protect you and follow up they there to protect what you want to do, because this court order gets a lot of power. But there's something now. I don't know the Nigeria constitution. I don't know how is it be defined in relation to this kind of situation, because the claimant is there. Then the defendant is an unknown person. And before you have this warrant of possession, there should also be other court orders. Matters supposed don't dey for court when go don't involve two individuals and they drag for one property, and they go don't debate about this matter for a long time, and the judge go don't give this person when be the claimant now the right to say you are now the owner of this possession. Then the court go don't see 5 paper give this other person say alpha you have to leave this possession so time, and even when it get to that stage, the court go still give a reminder on several occasions, like 2 or 3 times, you have to leave this place, before they give this court order when people warrant of possession. Now, Peter Obi should find out from his brother, Alpha, have you had any issue before now? Has anybody called you or dragged this property with you? And if nobody don't get such with him, make it go court for justice. But the truth is, the judiciary system in Nigeria is so corrupt and so terrible that they will frustrate Peter Obi's and Peter Obi's younger brother. They go spin them in a way that everything when they go bring come out, go do them in a way that make the younger brother they blame Peter Obi, say, now you caused this thing to happen to me. Now you make them destroy this thing. Because now the government, they attack Peter Obi like this. If you see him, you know that this person or the claimant gets a serious power that is behind her. not just the power given to her by the result as a result of this court order, but the power behind her when we say the system that no matter what it play out, we go there for you and ride with you. Everything. See, I'm just saying this to Peter Obi that right now what you should do is you have to begin to inform all your associates, those in close corner with you. Let them brace up for a lot of things that are going to lay out for you. Propaganda, many things go come out. Even your brother will deny you, your sister will deny you. They will spin whatsoever person they need to spin and pay any amount they need to pay just for everybody to get at you, to break you, because they want to break you. And every other person who have intentions, who have the intentionality to come out as a candidate for 2027, be prepared for this. Be prepared for this. Everybody be prepared for this. And we also only one vote. We not already say we not the vote for competency this time. We not the vote for people who feel who are accountable. Because 2027, if we don't get it right for 2027, it will be very difficult to get it right too at any time. It will be very difficult to see. If you know things when they happen for Nigeria, it will be very difficult. It will be very difficult. Okay, that's my take on Peter Obi matter. Now, Yahaya Bello, the ex-governor of Kogi State, received a Lifetime Achievement Award from NUJ. See, when I came across this setup, this information, it reshaped my mind to thinking that if we cannot in our own respective space start fixing out information by ourselves from the right channel that will be so used and caged by the system that at the time we can't realize say things don't destroy, it don't come day at the point of too very, very late. Because the judiciary system is supposed to be the backbone of the common man, the backbone of the people, the one who will stand to oppose any oppression by the executive arm. But what do we see these days? The judiciary are way more corrupt. The lawyers, the judges, the journalists, all of them, I put them into that space. Because what is the function of the journalist? To deliver, to gather information. And what does it do with the information? This information you've gathered, you assess the information based on facts. After assessing this information based on fact, what do? You filter those that are not factual, the disinformation, the spinning, the misinformation. You take them out of it and you present the right information. It is your jurisdiction. It is your right as a journalist to present the very right and perfect information to the people. Because these are the information the people function with. Now, the information they lay out to see, sometimes we do not really understand the importance of information. We they lay out or they lay back to really grasp the importance of what information does to our life. Okay, take for instance, what did they go church for information. What did they go school for information. Wherever society or whatever group you deal with, you dey for there based on information. The information structure at your belief and your value system. The information now they guide you on how you want to pattern, associate with your environment and people in your environment. It is based on the information. It is the information you received that make you believe, say, the Northerners, they are tribalistic. It is the information you believed while you grew up. Now you don't understand, say, you get some part of Nigeria where you not go. It is the information you grew up with. So the information you receive determines how you map out your life. You see how important the information is. That is the reason why we have to be very careful what we're digesting. Because sometimes you be in a wrong congregation and that congregation will shape your mind. Will shape your mind. There are people who believe say anytime when they see cats around them, that cat now winch. There are people when they believe say if they see cockroach when they roll upside down, that cockroach now somebody from their father's side. So people just believe, say they need to hide, do everything possible to hide themselves as much as possible so that nobody in the society will ever know how them be. It's just based on what thing they grew up with. Now, if a journalist whose job is to relate to the populace the right information is not giving an award to someone when get a case with the EFCC. And one thing about the EFCC do not come for you when they don't have a case. If they come for you, you know, say they don't gather info evidence against you. And this man and man when deprive the state of dividends of democracy and use the state funds for his own personal funds. There are facts there. There are acquisitions when he get properties everywhere abroad, things when he don't do in the space in the time when he stay as a governor for that state. These are evidence everywhere because of the corruption in the judiciary system, because of now who you know pass now be your accessibility, and who you be now be your accessibility. So because of all this, the judiciary system don't favor all them. See, somebody went fat today, they put him on bail. The SEC get issue with her. Then the journalists, when they give information to the people, they give a lifetime award. Lifetime award for waiting. Lifetime award for being able to steal from the state and deprive the state of their right. What is the lifetime achievement award for? What is the lifetime? What is lifetime achievement award? What do you mean? NUJ, National Union of Jokers, stood so low to they give award to someone when get cases to answer. I brought evil Tinubu to power. I should remove him now, says Rufai. Now this is what I'm going to do in this issue. I'm not just going to talk. I want to first of all play you a video to watch about what happened during when Tinubu was elected. What Rufai says or said about Tinubu. Watch.
Happy for Nigeria because this election is a great lesson to all of us. The greatest lesson is that it is competence, it is capacity, it is capability, it is track record that wins elections. It is not the politics of anger, it's not the politics of ethnicity, it's not the politics of religion. We have shown very, very clearly that the people of Nigeria have looked at the track record of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, what he has been able to achieve in Lagos, and what he has been able to do by way of inclusion in Nigerian politics.
I'm also going to play you, I'm also going to show you some of the tweets, because a man is defined by his words. A man is defined by his words. So let me just lay out some of his tweets and tweets of his family so you can assess him and know the kind of person he is.
Yeah, instead it be them, let it be me. Since I will die, inevitably, then let it be, that it be said, when I am dead. Some other was free, some other was fed, some other not me, was able to see that long as we live inside of a country where no one is safe, no one is safe. We only evade, try to escape the imminent doom, but closer the date looms.
So on this, what I'm gonna do, I've challenged myself to do, excuse me, is I'm looking at running up a series on all the candidates who want to come out for 2027 election. I'm going to do a series. I'm going to profile them for everyone to see what they've done. Some of them who have held political position, what they were able to achieve, and just lay out some of their public life. Let's see them, let's know them, so that we will feel assess them, so that come 2027 we will not go make wrong mistakes. We're not going to make mistakes when go cost us and cost our children future. Okay, that's just all I'm going to say on that matter. Okay, now VDM joins Abuja teacher to protest over non-compliance of the Ministry of Education to implement minimum wage. Now I'm going to spin this like this. I'm just going to relate. I think I have over here 3 topics that relates to Wike. The other one is Wike intensify mindless looting of Abuja lands, allocate 2,082 hectares worth of $3.6 billion to his son. Okay, when I read about Wike allocating 2,082 hectares to his son, Wike, I think his son is now up to 20 or maybe 20, in his 20s. I can't really tell. I tried to find out his age, but I couldn't tell. But just imagine 2,082 hectares of land worth 3.6 billion. And the story there that I read was they ever brought him to his notice that with someone they give these things to your son, Wild Farms and Estate Limited, Wild Farms and Estate Limited. When no payment, nothing is being done, you just a giver. He said he never will start. He said never will start. Then I want to do more. Then I just come to, like, if this is what, and they try and imagine the land when this man get for River State, like the property he owns. If in his time, for just one of his son, he don't give his son 2,082 hectares of land valued at $3.6 billion. The man just do it 2 years. And they try to imagine the 8 years when he do as River State governor. The properties, the land, things when he get for River State, for Nigeria, for countries in the world. And they try to imagine the amount, the billions of dollars, the billions in naira, the billions, the trillions, when this man don't use to acquire properties for himself, for his kids, for his family, for his cousins, for his gateman, for his friends and well-wishers. The amounts, the billions. Now, see, imagine the NNPC boss. The NNPC boss is being heard or called by the Senate. I just want you to imagine this, that it's called by the Senate to give account for 200 trillion naira. 200 trillion, not 200 billion. 200 trillion. Let me, as you hear the amount, so now we're just saying how much it be. Man, break them down, so now. Now, if they share 5, again, what I want to talk, I just want to talk some kind of stories together. If they share 5 million naira to Nigerians, 200 trillion go reach 40 million Nigerians. If they share 5 million, 40 million Nigerians go benefit 5 million naira each if they share 200 trillion. Let me even give you another breakdown. Get what I want to talk. I just want, if Wike for just these 2 years when he become minister of FCT, don't give some he picking one of his son 2,082 acres. I just want to imagine the money when that man don't carry. If this NNPC boss, they call on the Senate, they call and give am 10 days, say make it come report it, say make come give account for missing 200 trillion. I'd imagine all the politicians, the kind things where they don't do, the kind destiny where they don't kill by depriving Nigerians of their right, the kind debt when this money when they want to accumulate for themselves don't take many blood. Each and every one of them, their inability to do what is right, they take life every day. The misappropriation of funds, the inability to give accountability, the corruption, they take lives every day. Now, see, let's do a breakdown. I had to do this one quickly. I said, okay, Nigeria annual budget from 2010 to 2025. The total annual budget of Nigeria stands at, from 2010 to 2025, the total annual budget Nigeria stands at 200.931 trillion naira. That means the money when this man, they call this man to come give account for. Now money when cover Nigeria budget for 15 years. In 2010, Nigeria budget was 4.79 trillion, 2011 4.972 trillion, 2012 4.88 trillion, 2013 4.93 trillion, 2014 4.695 trillion, 2015 4.358 trillion, 2016 6.06 trillion, 2017 7.44 trillion, 2018 9.12 trillion, 2019 8.83 trillion, 2020 10.159 trillion, 2021 13.59 trillion, 2022 17.127 trillion, 2023 21.83 trillion, 2024 28.7 trillion, 2025 49.74 trillion will give you a total of 200.931 trillion. That is the total Nigeria budget for 15 years. 9 person carry. 9 they miss for NNPC. Just the oil sector. Then check other sectors of the economy, the amounts, the billions when individuals, political elite, business elite don't take to enrich themselves for Nigeria. That would have saved lives. Okay, more do one like this. Imagine say they said share 200 trillion to 40 million Nigerians. I'm old runner like this. Say, okay, some of them not get good head, because you can always see that among a group of individuals. Some go do well, some not go do well. Let's run them up. Say, okay, 50% do well. 50% successfully use the money, invest them well, when don't bring many fruits. They successful. Do you know the 50%, which is 20 million Nigerians, when they successful using the 5 million? You know how many jobs? Imagine say each of them gets a company, and the company they take like 1,000 Nigerians. They take care of 1,000 Nigerians, their staff 1,000 Nigerians. Multiply 1,000 times 20 million. The 20 million, just to tell you the number of jobs will go there available. If just half of the 40 million trillions when they share this 200 trillion for, that 20 million yes became successful with the money they gave them, became successful. 20 million of them, the 20 ones went wayward, use the money in here. The other 20 million use them well. Then their business fee give employment for 1,000 Nigerians. Do the multiplication. 1,000 Nigerians times 20 million Nigerians who were successful for 5 million investment you gave them. See, Nigerians go so much get jobs that other African countries will have no reason to travel to Europe. They go to call Nigeria as they are abroad to come and find jobs, which was what was happening in the 70s and in the 60s. That African countries were coming, Ghanas they come in, Ivory Coast they come to Nigeria to consult for jobs, because they believe that for them to have a sustainable life, they need to work in a country that is far better than the economy. Because at that time, Nigerian naira was almost similar or same in terms of value with the pounds. Nigerian naira not they compete with dollars. Nigerian naira they were competing with pounds. But see the situation of Nigeria right now. Now you now ask yourself, if this will not be say buy property for himself, for his son's 2,087 hectares of land, worth 3.6 billion. Imagine the properties when that boy gets for different countries of the world. Imagine the properties when that boy gets for just Rivers State. They imagine the properties when all the children get for Rivers State, for all around the world, and when this man gets. Just do the scale up and use until relate to every politician. May you see the billions and billions and billions and trillions, if not zillions of dollars when politicians don't deprive, when they don't take from Nigeria, when they don't loot Nigerians. Now, also, let me dive into the VDM issue. VDM, very dark man, we all know, who is a very good activist and who has done a lot for Nigerians, expose some of these things we are talking about, and try to see this situation for Abuja. This one a Wike, when we say some weeks ago, he did do fasting and prayer for plane. He did pray the kabash, may God save him, and God gave him a testimony for him to change his ways. To say, okay, these things I did is not right, but he decided to continue in his act. Imagine teachers have not been in school for 90 days. And what did they ask for? They went on strike for the failure of the FCT minister to implement the normal minimum wage that is less than $50. The normal minimum wage when if it carried take home, when if it take people home. Normal minimum wage of $70,000, 70,000 naira. Became so difficult for the minister to do what? For the minister to implement. Because they strike, he punished them. And even if you want to punish the teachers, then why did they go on strike? Why did they not consider the pupils? Then you, the minister, you who is holding a position that if you weren't educated, if you're not there for this position, could deprive these children for 90 days not to go to school. You know how many of these children don't die? You know how many of these children, because of they are not functioning, because they are not adding values to their life, where the society is not adding the right values to their life, don't learn things when they're not supposed to learn. Do you know how many of these children will be sexually assaulted? Do you know how many of these children, when we see them, are saying go message, they go message, they want crossroad, they die? See the death when you don't cause because of your action, because you want to punish the teachers. Why would we care allow children not to be in school for 90 days? And you get children, and your kids are in school. Your kids are going to one of the best schools around the world. Then you are punishing children. You are punishing parents. You are punishing... why now? Oh God, why? I be for now. How not the reason now? You think you do all those things that you go scot-free? You were praying when you did up, when you did for private plane, You see, say at that point, you don't get anything to do concerning your life. That your life was in the hand of the maker. That all your billions could not save you at that point. Now all your billions, that at that point you were praying, you don't remember any amount of money anymore. Now your life, you see it, and they play with other people's life. Keep it up, man. Kudos to you. Kudos to all of you when they cause us pain. Kudos to all of you when I want to deprive us of our right. When I must get up this life or the next life. Because your seed that you lay out, your seed that you've planted, you must definitely reap it. Even if you don't go reap, and your kids, your children go reap, and your generation must enjoy the seed. So let me jump quickly to the insecurity issue. Now, over the week, attacks were funny story. How bandits attack military bases. Before those days, we hear military. This battalion attacks also terrorist group in their hideout. These days, now the bandits, they go military bases, they kill. So the story in Zamfara community says that they killed Nigerian Army lieutenant at 50 village. The story in Niger State says that 20 soldiers killed in a deadly bandit attack on military camp in Niger State. 20 soldiers gone like that. Why are they dead? Because of what? The negligence of our politicians. That don't cost these people life. Because you think if they give the Nigerian soldiers the right weaponry, the right intelligence, that these people, this terrorist group, go overpower them. And this terrorist group, are they more powerful than the Nigerian soldiers? These bandits, when they kill soldiers on a daily basis, they'll come their military camp, they go decimate them. They go come their military camp, they go take all their gun. How they get information to feel they do all those things? Since the Benue State and other governors, they say the politicians, the active politicians and political elite are the ones sponsoring this terrorist group. No investigation. Then nobody don't raise any investigation. No. The federal government never say, okay, I think let's raise up a committee to investigate this matter, because they know them. And because if they call them out, those go call them out too. Those go call them out. So everybody just they lock up, and Nigerians they die. Soldiers they die. See their lives. Citizens when how much are they even be paid for doing this? And you say making people contract. So you bring out forms. You're expecting the Southeast to join the soldiers when they know that their life is worthless. Their life is worthless. So you want them to join? That is impossible. They can't do that. You cannot encourage Nigerians to join the military when soldiers are being seen as animals or are being treated as animals. See their cooking space. See their health. See the weapons where they give them. See how they misuse their lives and they use their lives to the catch crews. Because now the army, money don't involve. Nobody cares about the lives of these soldiers anymore. Nobody cares about the lives of Nigeria. We are only gallivanting around what we want for ourselves, our personal, for only me, not my own. And what will they gallivate for? The bandits now they kill us like this, kill Nigerians. Last week they killed these Nigerians. Every now and then, there's no week when Nigerians, you say bandits attack this, bandits do this community, bandits do this community, and nobody don't provide solution. Nobody don't provide solution. I don't understand the situation of Nigeria as it stands now. Prophet Jeremiah Mercyland unveiled balloons that can take away members' problem. Now, but before we talk about this, someone said to me that no, they talk about this men of God. You allow them to be. It is God that will judge them. I'm not in a way judging them. I'm not trying to judge any man of God. I'm just calling them out, because sometimes they need someone to always checkmate. Because truth, when a lot of things demotivate you, you go lose track of what is the purpose. It is always like that with life. So sometimes when money done too much, they can't they blinded to see what will be their purpose. Because in as much as we go give that as an excuse, we have to be fair. If I can call out politicians and try to hold them accountable, I should be able to call out man of God because I identify as a Christian. It's important for me to also do this because the Bible wants us to do it. The Bible wants us to do it. And so we cannot just keep quiet. Every now and then this man comes out unveiling different things. What is he doing? Now he's restructuring the belief system of his members, trying to tell them that Jesus Christ cannot be the only solution to your problem. That if you have marriage problem, you need to buy this underwear. If you have problem, any kind of problem, you need to buy this balloon. He has the ability, he has the potentiality to carry your problem. This is what they do. They try to idolize things and push your belief system to these things. It is also they call Mato. What do? They push this your belief system to make you believe that you need to hold this thing to achieve this. You need to have this sticker in your business for your business to grow. You need to have this sticker in your home for you to feel protected. You need to tie this hanky in your hand to feel protected. Once they try to give you all these things, reasons for you to have this, just know that things, that place, that congregation get issue. That congregation gets the only person that can take it away the only person that can take it away the root of the cause of your problem, which is sin. The root cause of your problem is sin. The only person that can take it away now be Jesus Christ. No other man can no other man get the title of take it away. The take it away title now only Jesus. In John 1 verse 29, it said, the next day John seeth Jesus coming unto him, and saith, behold the Lamb of God, which taketh away the sin of the world. See, Luciferianism now the act of when they express the characterization of Lucifer, you can't feel more of yourself, and that is pride. And we know the results, we know the consequences of pride. So any of you, when they see, God said, I'm a jealous God. I know they share, I know sabi share, I know they like to they share. God see, they like to they share his glory. So anybody that pushes your attention from Jesus Christ, who is the way, the truth, and the life, so you believing that there's other solutions to your problem, just know that guy is a false teacher. There's no other need for you to make consideration. It's just a false teacher. That you have a problem, the balloon that have a problem. You are not teaching them about the root cause of their problem, because Jesus Christ taketh away the root. And once you've been able to destroy the root, the tree of evil gets anytime I want it start, I want it function. Who want give her water? Who want give the tree food when the root have been taken away? So you don't. I'm not saying that I know too much, or I'm saying that problems not go day if you believe that Jesus Christ is the author or the finisher or whatever. No. Now you not go through difficult times. What if the difficult times for you to become better? Sometimes we need to consider that kind of thing, because although they hard to, I don't feel like to you to be in a difficult space where you cannot meet or been able to meet your basic needs, or you have issues that a lot of things is depriving you, and they try more, they try hard, but not till they show up, not till they show forth. It is very difficult to be in such space. But if you also look at also one way or the other, okay, maybe my talk is let me tell you a story. Again, one family like that, there were 5. Their father and mother, they don't like themselves. They know they play. They know they associate. They support their mama. They know they associate. They support their parents. They know they associate. Everybody gets issue with themselves. So they scattered. And the parents don't try on several occasions to unite them. They feel work. Then, after a while, the parents died. And when the parents died, the death of the parents can't bring everybody in. They needed to come together to make plans for the burial ceremony of the parents. And in the process of making plans, they needed to reconcile. and they reconcile. And after the death of their parents, they became close partners. They became brothers. They became individuals that understood what brotherhood is about. So wait till you go come talk now. Are we going to say that mama supposed that their parents not supposed to die, but their parents supposed to die? Or are we going to, in as much as we need to look at the disadvantages of their parents die, or the pain, not the disadvantage, or the pain that they feel for losing someone so dear to them, we also need to see put our eye to one corner that's also lay out the benefits of their parents' death. What if the sole purpose of their parents' death was to unite them? That not only when their parent go die, now they'll be united. And when they're united, they'll solve a larger problem. But for them to be able to solve a larger problem that will be of great benefit to the society, they need to be united first. And until their parents die, they're not going to be united. What are we going to say? Well, I'm just trying to say that in as much as we they go through difficult times, most of these are difficult times till they know say things will always get better. We just need to stay strong. So with this, I will say goodbye and God bless you. Hope you have a beautiful week ahead. Peace out.
Yeah, instead it be them, let it be me. Since I will die inevitably, then let it be that it be said when I am dead. Some other was free, some other was fed, some other not me was able to see that long as we live inside of a country where no one is safe, no one is safe. We only evade, try to escape the imminent doom, but closer the date looms. It comes for all. If we must go, then at least when we fall, when